Well, hey, Door of Hope Northeast, this is Cameron, and on behalf of the elders of our church, I just want to say that we love you and we miss gathering all together with you, and we're praying for you. In fact, a couple of elders meetings ago, we were able to just devote the time to praying for all of you by name, all of you that are on our newsletter distribution list. We hope that'll be a regular thing, but it made us miss you, and it made us long for just more regular human contact with our community. Um, we've been in the rhythm of sending out a roughly monthly sort of newsletter video update to our podcast and YouTube channel that just kind of catches you up on important information or updates that are going on. And there are just a few things that we wanted to briefly talk about for the month of November. The first thing we wanted to address is COVID-19. Most of you have probably heard that Governor Brown has asked for a 2-week pause on sort of social gatherings from November 11th through November 25th. And that's throughout the entire Portland metro as well as some other counties to try to curb the further spread of the virus. I just read today actually that in the US just hit its highest levels of COVID hospitalizations yet, with over 59,000 people in hospitals on Monday. So we will see sort of what comes over the next month or two. But I just encourage all of us to be safe and to be considerate and to be prayerful for our neighbors and our community and the frontline workers especially. Pragmatically, the 2-week pause did not further restrict the activity of churches and what they can do, which means that our various small groups can continue to meet, provided we're social distancing and all those things. But that said, we know that different groups and individuals within those groups will carry different levels of comfort about meeting in person right now. And so we just want to give our groups the leeway to sort of lean into things like Zoom if you haven't been, to re-pick that up or whatever else is needed to sort of accommodate everyone in the group. Relatedly, we have been planning on starting up once a month small worship gatherings on Sunday mornings in the Fremont building in November, but have decided to wait until after this 2-week period to sort of set our first date and kind of see how that shakes out. And so many of us have been consistently meeting weekly across homes in Portland, and that's been beautiful. But it will be an encouragement to have kind of a larger space to get more of us together, a max of 50 at this point, to worship as we start to transition our way back into some of the normal rhythms we've had before. So when that comes, we'll announce those dates well ahead of time. We'll have a registration so that we can make sure we're being responsible in terms of numbers and social distancing and all those things. But you'll hear hopefully more about that here pretty soon. And I've said it before, and I'll likely say it again, but we know that across various churches and even within our own community at Door of Hope Northeast, there are all kinds of views on how Christians should be responding to COVID-19 right now. And just for our part, we are just committed to continuing to try to balance two things. One is to play our part in mitigating the spread of this virus and to love our neighbors in so doing that. We think that's really important. But at the very same time, to desperately fight to continue to be the church during this time. Through proclaiming the good news about Jesus, through continuing our lives together in community, by praying, by serving those around us. And it's difficult to know exactly how to best balance it all. And so we want to have a lot of grace for churches that opt to do things differently. But I just want to say we've really appreciated your graciousness and understanding that's come from those of you who make up our church. It's been really encouraging to just see your understanding and your patience, even when there's disagreement. It's been really beautiful. So thank you. Thank you for your encouragement. Thanks for your prayers. And please do continue to pray for wisdom and for guidance for all of us from the Holy Spirit, because we desperately need it right now. So that's kind of the main thing there related to COVID stuff. We have one more kind of an announcement invitation. I'm going to turn it over to Josh Wilder, who's our pastor of communities, to bring that one to you. So here we go. Here's Josh.
Hey, Door of Hope Northeast. This is Josh Wilder. I'm your pastor of communities here at Door of Hope Northeast. And we're really excited that we're going to be launching or relaunching, if you're already meeting, our house church or community groups for the coming winter season. And this is really significant and important, I think, during this time, especially because if you're anything like me, winters in Portland can be pretty hard, and sometimes they get depressing, and community will be all the more important because of that. But overlaid on top of that, even, we have the COVID crisis, obviously. If you've been hibernating for the last 9 months, that's what's going on. So that's layered over top of the usual sort of downer that winter can be for some of us. So we just feel like it's all the more important for us to be in community, to be talking with one another, sharing life with one another, even if that means over some kind of digital platform. Some kind of contact is going to be, some kind of consistent contact especially, is going to be much better than just out there floundering on your own, hoping that you can make life work. So we just want to encourage anyone who's listening to this, if you're not already in a group, please go to the main page of our website. You can find the link to sign up there. You could email me personally. It's Josh Wilder at doorofhopepdx.org. You can email me personally, and I'm working to try and coordinate all our groups to see where we can fit you in. And if you're nervous about having actual contact with other people, we will have groups that are specifically for primarily online. They might have some kind of get together, but the expectation is that they would be online. So if that's your preference, we also will have that available for you. And I think that's about it for that announcement. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. I'm looking forward to just getting people together and you guys having some level of fellowship with one another and encouraging one another. So we'll leave you with that.